Design your life for success. This isn't a slogan, it's a decision. A series of choices that shape your daily reality. And it all starts with your environment. Introduction. You don't rise above your environment. You rise with it. You can be strong. You can be smart. You can be driven. But if your environment is pulling you down, you will sink. Motivation fades. Willpower runs out. But your environment? It stays. It shapes. It whispers every day who you are, what you do, and what's possible. Most people try to change their life while living in the same noise, the same mess, the same distractions. That's like planting a seed in concrete and hoping it grows. You don't rise above your environment. You rise with it. So if you want to change your life, start by changing what surrounds you. Chapter 1. The silent influence of your environment is never neutral. It always pushes you somewhere. Even when you think you're standing still. Look around. What do you see? The walls, the colors, the lighting, the noise, the energy of the people near you. You think it's just background, but it's shaping your thoughts, molding your emotions, directing your actions, or your lack of them. That clutter on your desk? It's not just mess. It's permission to procrastinate, to delay, to justify the chaos in your head. That one open tab you haven't closed in days? It's a leak, not of data, but of mental energy. And that friend you keep around just because? The one who always doubts you, jokes about your ideas, rolls their eyes when you speak of dreams? They're not harmless. They're part of your ceiling, the one that keeps your growth limited. We often believe change starts inside, and it does. But environment is the invisible hand. It can lift you or hold you down. You become what surrounds you, not instantly, but inevitably. Because repetition is powerful, because comfort is sneaky, and because what you tolerate, you normalize. So take a moment. Scan your space, your home, your screen, your circle. What's helping you rise? What's slowly eroding your drive? Change starts with awareness, and awareness starts now. Because the question isn't, can you grow here? It's, how much are you shrinking without noticing? Chapter 2. The 3 enemies of a growth environment. Let's be honest. We say we want change, but we build our lives to stay the same. And in that invisible design, 3 enemies thrive. 1, comfort traps, the couch that feels too soft. The playlist you never update. The routines that require no effort. They feel safe. They feel deserved. But they're thieves. They rob you of the tension needed for progress. Because without a stretch, there is no shift. Comfort is not your reward. It's your cage, decorated nicely. 2, noise pollution. We don't notice it, but it never stops. Notifications, opinions, the scroll, the feed, the stream. And suddenly your mind is not your own. You're renting it to distractions, to cheap dopamine, to the urgency of others. A growth environment requires silence, not emptiness, clarity, so you can hear your own voice again. 3, energy vampire. Yes, they exist, and they smile. Sometimes they love you, but they drain you. They complain, they mock. They never build, they only critique. They don't need to shout. Their doubt is enough. It seeps into your thinking until your dreams feel like fantasies. You don't need to hate them, but you do need distance. Your environment is a garden, and these are the weeds. They don't just survive. They dominate if you don't act. You don't fight growth with willpower. You fight it with design. So, audit your space. Silence the noise. Watch who gets your energy. Because if your environment isn't designed for growth, it's designed for decay. We confuse it all the time. A nice desk, a fancy planner, a new app. That's not design. That's aesthetics. Design is function. Design is intention. Design is architecture, not how it looks, how it works. Think about your space right now. Is it helping you become who you want to be? Or just helping you feel like you're doing something? A gym with mirrors everywhere doesn't make you stronger. But a quiet corner with no phone, that can change everything. We often ask, what do I need to do? But the real question is, what do I need to design? A focused mind doesn't happen by chance. It's built, brick by brick, a distraction-free zone, a clear morning routine, a digital boundary. That's design. That's power. Because when you design with intention, you no longer fight your environment. You align with it. And that alignment? That's your launch pad. Chapter 4. The invisible architecture around you. We think architecture is about walls, windows, and ceilings. But the most powerful structures are the ones we don't see. Your habits, your rhythms, your default settings. They're the hidden architecture of your life. And they shape you more than any building ever will. Take a moment. Where does your phone sleep at night? What's the first thing your eyes see in the morning? Who do you hear from most during the day? You didn't choose all of this consciously, but it's programming you, silently, relentlessly. Environments are like scripts. They cue your behavior, trigger your autopilot. Repeat the same version of you. Want to change your life? Don't just change your goals, change your inputs. If the people around you complain all day, you'll start looking for what's wrong. If the space you work in is always chaotic, your mind will mirror it. And if your evenings end in noise and numbness, you'll forget what calm even feels like. But once you see it, you can rewrite it. You can build invisible architecture that supports your growth, not your stagnation. That makes it easier to choose clarity, to choose focus, to choose you. Chapter 5, Upgrade the Micro, Transform the Macro. Big dreams are exciting, but they're built on invisible bricks, tiny decisions, silent patterns, micro choices repeated every day. You don't need a revolution. You need an upgrade, microscopic, consistent. What time you wake up, what you reach for first, what you allow in your space. Every micro upgrade rewires the path. It turns distraction into focus, reaction into action, noise into signal. You want to shift your life? Shift your 5-minute routines, your 10-second pauses, your 1-minute resets. Most people wait for motivation, but change starts before that. It starts when you brush your teeth with intention, when you open your laptop with clarity, when you say no to the noise just once. Don't wait for momentum. Build it. Upgrade the micro, and watch the macro shift in ways you never imagined. Chapter 6. Proof of progress is simpler than you think. We chase big milestones. We want the before and after story, the dramatic win, the external proof. But transformation doesn't shout, it whispers. You want to know if you're growing? Don't check your results. Check your reactions. How do you respond when things don't go as planned? How long does it take you to get back on track after a setback? Progress isn't always visible, but it's always measurable. In your emotional posture, in your daily rhythm. You used to quit after one failure. Now you pause, reset, and move again. You used to seek validation. Now you validate yourself. That's growth. Track the invisible shifts. Celebrate the subtle changes. The proof is not always out there. It's inside, in who you're becoming. Chapter 7. Your space, your identity. Look around. Your environment is not just a background. It's a mirror, a message, a mold. Your space tells your story. Is it chaotic or intentional? Is it cluttered or clear? Is it stuck in the past or built for your future? We decorate our prisons. Without realizing, we can redesign our freedom. Your desk, your phone screen, your wall, your closet. They either empower you or exhaust you. It's not about minimalism. It's about alignment. Does this space support the person you're becoming, or does it keep you tied to who you used to be? Change your space. Change your identity, because every object around you whispers something about what you expect from life and what life can expect from you. Chapter 8, let your environment work for you. You're not lazy. You're just constantly resisting your own environment. If your fridge is filled with junk, if your apps scream distraction, if your workspace drains your focus, then every moment is a battle. We can't rely on willpower. It fades. But design stays. Design your environment to serve you, not sabotage you. Want to drink more water? Place it on your desk. Want to move more? Keep your gear visible. Want to stay focused? Clear what pulls you away. Set traps for success. Make the right choice. The easiest one. A powerful environment doesn't just support action, it triggers it. Because when your surroundings pull in your direction, momentum is effortless. Chapter 10. Design for the person you want to become. Your environment should not reflect who you are now. It should reflect who you're becoming. If everything around you keeps you stuck in old habits, you'll stay that version of yourself, even if deep down you're ready to evolve. So ask yourself, would my future self live here? Would they work in this space? Would they start the day in this way? Stop designing your life around convenience. Start designing it around vision. Put your goals in front of your eyes, your inspirations on the walls, your values in the flow of your space. Because you're not just managing your present, you're shaping your future. And it all begins with a conscious choice to design your life for success. Conclusion. The shift starts with you. You don't have to wait for a better moment. You don't need a bigger house. You don't need more money or more time. You need a shift in intention, in attention, not in design. Your life is not random. It's a mirror of what you tolerate, of what you allow, of what you repeat. Today, you can choose to shift one thing. Your desk, your phone habits, your morning flow, your evening ritual. Because when your environment supports your growth, you stop fighting against yourself. And when you stop fighting, you start building. Remember, big changes don't require big moves. Just consistent, conscious decisions. One drawer, one space, one habit. One day. Start today. Shape the space. Shape the future. And step fully into the person you were meant to become. This is your shift. This is Mental Shift Academy.